Hello and welcome to Riches and the Soul Summit. And I have my very special guest today, T. Renee Smith, my soul sister. Welcome, T. Renee.
Hey guys, thank you.
T. Renee and I always have so much fun together. We've been chatting for a few minutes before this webinar, and I'm so excited to have her on to be able to share with you guys how to live an authentic life rather than just barely existing. So she's going to give us some tips. So thank you so much for joining us, T. Renee.
Thank you. You know that you are my favorite summit host, and I'm so glad to be here with you guys.
Aw, thank you so much, my sister. So go ahead. This is your show, T. Renee. Give us some tips. Tell people how to be authentic and live that authentic life.
All right, guys. Hello to everybody. If this is my first time meeting you, I am T. Renee Smith, business and lifestyle strategist, helping you to raise extraordinary kids, create an unbreakable marriage bond, and not lose yourself in the process of growing a profitable business. So today I want to talk to you about 3 keys to living an authentic life versus existing. How many of you guys are out there? Raise your virtual hands that you are just existing. You're kind of living the life that somebody else wants you to live, and you not fully embrace the life that you want to live. And that could be whether you're working a corporate job and you want to transition into entrepreneurship, or you're in entrepreneurship, you know that you're supposed to be doing something a little bit bigger with your life, but you're stuck in your comfort zone and you don't want to step out. Well, let's talk about 3 tips today to help you to get over that. The very first tip is you have to have a vision for your life. I know so many people, they put up these vision boards that has dust on them. They never ever go back and look at it, but you've got to have the vision that you want for your life, not the vision that your mother, your father, your husband, or your clients even want for you. I think a lot of times we step out and we do something in business because we can make money doing it. We're good at it. Like I know, Christine, that you're great at accounting. But your passion is so much more than accounting. Is really mindset and helping people to create a business that they love. So you have to have that vision for the life that you really want, which is authentic. So Christy, let me ask you, was it difficult for you to kind of step out of that safety or that comfort zone of, I know how to make money this way, and kind of venture out into the unknown?
Absolutely. And for me, it was, mine was a little bit different because I crashed and burned and then realized that there was something missing. So for me, it was a feeling that I knew there was something missing, but yeah, totally going through that whole process of transforming myself and discovering about my true authentic was a journey, and it was a struggle, but yeah, totally agree with you about the authentic. It was hard at first.
It was. And so we've got to have that vision to be able to look beyond the fear of really stepping out and say, this is what I want for my life. I don't want to just have a business where I'm good at doing something and I'm making money, but the vision that I have for my life is that I'm making great money, yes, but I'm serving people, I'm operating in my gifting, and I can do both. Okay, so number 1, you got to have a vision for the life that you want, not somebody else. It's got to be authentic for you. Number 2 is you really have to discover your purpose. And you've got to be okay with acting out on what that purpose is. And just like Christine, my background is business, it's branding, and it's marketing. That's what I know like the back of my hand. I've been doing it for 20 years. But I knew my purpose was something greater on the inside. But I was like, God, how am I going to make money doing that? My purpose was helping women that are just so overworked and overwhelmed in their business really create that harmony. And I don't use the word balance, but that harmony as far as with having a great relationship with their husband that's full of passion, them not losing themselves, being connected with their kids, all while raising the business. So it still has something to do with business. But I was like, God, that's that personal, intangible kind of stuff. Will anybody pay for that? But you have to really kind of discover what that purpose is, not be caught up in the dollar signs or not caught up in living what somebody else wants you to do, and step out. So the second thing as far as in being authentic is really kind of discovering your purpose. And when you're discovering your purpose, number 3, you got to act in spite of fear. Whenever you're doing something different, whenever you're stepping out of your comfort zone and it's something that's new for you, it's going to be fear. I know often a lot of people say, I'm very spiritual, that faith and fear cannot reside in the same place. But what I say is, most of the time when you're doing something new, you're going to have fear, but you got to step out in fear anyway. So I reframe the way that I look at fear and say, face everything and rise. So even if you're afraid, you still want to step out and do it, because the more information you get, the more you surround yourself with positive people that have already done what you want to do, it is going to limit your fear. So in fear, step out it and do it anyway. And then find yourself somebody that can hold you accountable. If you need a coach, if you need a mindset coach, call Christine. She will help you set your mindset and get things going. So get a coach or get somebody that's going to hold you accountable, so that when you're scared, they can push you and they can say, you can do it. Let's think about why you're afraid, and then just keep asking yourself why. By the time you ask yourself why you're afraid 5 times, by the time you get to that 5th, you're going to realize that what you're fearing is probably 99% not going to happen. Okay, so the 3 tips for you are, number 1, you've got to have a vision for your life. It has to be authentic. Be true and be real with yourself about what it is that you want to do. Just to give you a quick example, I had a cousin, and I actually was talking to her a couple of months ago, and she's a millennial, and her mother always thought that she would be a lawyer. So she's 24, 25, and she does not want to go to law school. And we sat probably for about an hour having a conversation for her to realize that this was not her dream. It was somebody else's dream. So number 1, come up with your own vision for your life. Number 2 is discover what that purpose is, that passion that you have burning inside of you, the thing that you do is innately for you. You would do it for free. Figure out what that thing is, and then decide, is that something that you're going to be able to make profitable? And then number 3, you've got to overcome fear, and you've got to surround yourself with people that are fearless. So if you don't have a group of people in your life that are doing what you want them to, or doing what you want to do, you're going to have to add some people to your circle. And that may mean that you need to hire a coach. Yes, I said it. Invest in yourself. I know for me personally, and I'm sure with Christine as well, my life completely changed when I hired a coach. Even though I'm a business coach, I am stuck in my own head. So now I can show you all day long how to grow your business, how to come up with a strategy, what you need to do. But for me, myself, I need a coach to be able to do the same thing for me. So get out of your own head and be able to overcome fear by surrounding yourself with fearless people and people that are going to push you into your greatness. So those are my 3 tips, guys, for living an authentic life versus just existing.
Well, I love those tips. Those are like amazing tips, and I totally agree with all of them. And I just wanted to touch on what you were saying, because I totally agree with what you're saying. And maybe the audience can resonate, is if you are stuck in a corporate job, a lot of times the people that you're surrounded with don't want you to have your vision and your dream, and likely those are not the people that you want to actually be talking to. And because that they're going to be the ones that actually make it tough for you to break free. So I totally agree with what T. Renee says, and find, there's no excuse to have nobody around, and likely they're not going to be your friends and your family. Right. There is a lot of nice Facebook groups out there, a lot of good communities that you can find these like-minded people. But number 1 thing is hire yourself a coach, T. Renee. So if any of those things, family, business, and life, if you're having any of those struggles, definitely contact T. Renee for sure. So how can we find you? I really appreciate all your tips today. How can we find you on the internet?
Okay, so one thing I wanted to tell you too about the corporate job, and it's so important, I always tell people this: you do not have to go from 0 to 100. When you get the entrepreneur bug, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just gonna go quit my job. How are you gonna pay your bills?
Yeah.
How are you going to pay your bills? So it's okay for you to go from 0 to 5 and then 5 to 20. You don't have to go from 0 to 100. Yeah. So you still can build your business on the side while you have that guaranteed income coming in. Because believe me, I started my first company when I was 19. And so I was working a corporate job, interning at a corporate job. And I just was like, okay, I quit. Bad move. You know how stressful it is to build a business when you have to make money, then you're not able to really build it with integrity and truth because you're trying so hard to make the sale. So if you want to transition to entrepreneurship and you're working a corporate job, hire yourself a coach, give yourself 1, 2, 3 years, whatever it is that you need to build the business and replace your income. So when you leave that job, now you have income coming in that is taking care of all of your bills and is able to maintain your life. So that is just a quick note right there. Somebody needs to hear it. I don't know where that came from, but if that message is for you, listen to it. Okay, listen to it because you don't want to have a hard road. So guys, I'm T. Renee Smith. You can find me at treneesmith.com, treneesmith.com. I have several free resources on the site, both business as well as about life. And we can connect via social media at Coach T. Renee. That's Coach T. Renee. So I look forward to connecting with you guys. And Christine, I just love you. And thank you for having this platform to really educate those heart-based centered entrepreneurs that want to create riches from the soul.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, T. Renee. Like I said, my soul sister, so glad to have you. We had so much fun. And so like T. Renee says, hopefully you can go back and watch this video and get all her stuff and connect with her. And for those of you interested in watching the Riches and the Soul Summit, you can still get access to it at richesandthesoulsummit.com. And I will put the link in the description here. That's richesandthesoulsummit.com. And if you want to connect with me, head over to christinefurtadoenterprises.com and let's connect with T. Renee and connect with myself. And it's all about getting to know people. And where you focus your intention, it will just show up. All right, we'll talk to you soon, and connect with you soon. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.